Hi Taurus, welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. We're all going to take a little walk together in my intuitive garden and check on the energy around my Taurus friends for the after effects of the blood moon lunar eclipse. If you haven't already looked at the weekly forecast reading, I encourage you to check that out because that will give additional information to this reading, as well as your monthly forecast for September 2025. So let's see what the energy is for my Taurus friends. What's unfolding for them from the strong energy of the recent lunar eclipse. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, King of Wands, Judgment, Two of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Okay. So in the recent past, looks like you've been in a safe place, looking out at the big picture, looking at possibilities, pondering your next step, your next opportunity. Some of you just might be looking at the global landscape, geopolitical information. And there's something else here. One moment. There's a neutrality, almost a blank expression on his face right now. So maybe you're a neutral observer of a situation, the world situation. You might be, on a separate note, just pondering different places you might want to travel or planning a trip right now. Something about looking into the future, though, a little bit. Pondering the future. Okay, so you're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles here. And he is slow to move, very cautious, sometimes known as stubborn. I believe sometimes that is the bad rap that Taurus gets, right? Just like Virgo is known for being over analytical. So yeah, this might resonate with you, Taurus. And again, if you're looking at the future landscape for your own personal life or your own personal goals, you might be very cautious about what step to take. Not ready to make a step yet. Really contemplating the best place to put your energy and your effort. And the Queen of Cups might be somebody you're interacting with, and this could be a male or a female. This is an energy. The Queen of Cups is very focused on her feelings and her emotions. This could be you, really contemplating what feels good to you, what feels right to you, and nurturing for you in terms of travel or a place to go or some endeavor you're contemplating embarking on, where you want to put your energy. This could be in many areas of your life. It could show up multiple areas of your life, in multiple areas. It's not necessarily that one of these dialogues is your only truth, but because this is a general reading, I'm pulling into the collective energy. And by the way, if you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. And it's very specific, just looking at your energy, different from a collective reading. I would love to do that with you. You never know what's going to come out. And it's often very inspiring and healing. So the King of Wands energy here is in the heart of your reading, Taurus. He's very charismatic. People like to be around him. He knows how to fit into different situations, different groups of people, how to adapt. He can sometimes be hot-headed. So with the Queen of Cups energy and the King of Wands, I'm getting that some of you might be experiencing sadness, maybe some depression and or anger. But the judgment card here in the outcome tells me that you're being called to go big or go home. There's a big wake-up call coming for you, some realization or understanding about what you want to do in your future, what your plans are, where you want to go in life. And I'm feeling like there's a surrender here, that you're ready to just surrender to the best path. And with this Two of Pentacles right next to it, it tells me you're juggling two realities, two different locations, two different ideas, projects, jobs, relationships. And I'm getting that this is some of the mental challenge, this juggling act, this balancing act that you're in, Taurus. It's been bumpy. There have been a lot of ups and downs. And I feel like that's that sense of surrender, which I don't usually get out of the Judgment card. In fact, I don't think I ever have. But I'm really feeling that you're letting go and letting God. You're willing to just give up your troubles, your stress over making a choice of something in your life to a higher power. And some of that might be just honestly out of not wanting to take responsibility for a decision yourself, wishing somebody else would make a decision for you. And this High Priestess is telling me that there's more to this story. There's more to the situation. There's information that isn't apparent to you or to others involved. That might be some of the juggling act if you're juggling two relationships or two different perspectives, two different realities. For some of you, this is balancing life between 3D and 5D. If you're looking at that bigger perspective, if you've been doing your personal growth and focused on your higher calling, it might be a challenge to deal with the mundane, everyday reality as you're expanding consciousness, opening up to new possibilities, new dreams, new goals. How do you start a new business and still pay your bills today, for example? Something like that is coming through for some of you. But the High Priestess is highly intuitive. She's the psychic in the deck. So you're being invited here to use your intuition because, like I said, I'm feeling like some of you just don't know which decision is the best for you and or everyone involved. But I think you're being asked to make this decision yourself or to feel into the situation. You might have been more in the facts or your passionate drive to take hold of the situation and to lead. But the High Priestess also knows how to be receptive, to receive information and receive guidance. So, right, that's where the King of Wands energy at the heart of your reading, that's why it's there. Basically, yeah, I think most of you watching are accustomed to taking charge, taking the lead, and being in control of a situation. And I'm sensing that this situation may have gotten out of control, or this goal or this project or relationship or relationships, whatever it might be. Maybe even your personal healing journey has just become a bigger handful to manage than you expected. As you know, we go deeper and start pulling out our stuff, it can be overwhelming and sometimes catch us off guard at how to juggle it, how to stay in balance with the stuff coming up and still relating to your responsibilities, taking care of yourself, etc. And the High Priestess is also very aware of the lunar cycles, the lunar cycles. She has on her crown a full moon and a waxing and waning moon on either side. Let's see if I can get it into focus here. So that might be the message, clarifying the energy from the blood moon lunar eclipse. It might be activating, it might have activated your intuitive abilities, your ability to sense and know things that aren't necessarily seen. And I think that's how you're going to get your feet on the ground and make a solid decision about your next step, where you want to put your effort, where you want to put your energy. And I do want to point out, I mean, no offense. I meant no offense when I was talking about maybe not wanting to be responsible for making a decision. But that is kind of what was coming through. And what I want to point out is that there's an archangel here at the top of this card, orchestrating, guiding, leading the call. So there is a stronger, higher presence involved, available to you. It's a matter of connecting with that energy, asking for assistance, asking for guidance. And there is some kind of purification or cleansing happening here too. So some of you might literally be called to do a physical body cleanse, health cleanse, and I'm not giving medical advice. Consult with your favorite healthcare practitioner that you trust. If you are seeking to do some kind of nutritional body cleanse right now, that might be a good idea. As well as letting go of shame is coming through. Letting go of your own judgment of yourself, or feeling judged by others. It's really one and the same, frankly. Wow. Okay. Let's get an oracle card here to tie this together for my Taurus friends, and we're going to choose a message from the garden. This is the deck that most wants to bring forth a message or some advice for you, Taurus. Remember to click the like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing, an emoji, how you're feeling today. All of that helps my channel grow, as well as sharing any videos, subscribing if you haven't already. I really appreciate it if you have, and thank you all for your support. Longevity, Scorpio energy, and time. Okay, so you are looking at the long game here, Taurus, and you do have time. So regarding your Knight of Pentacles energy about really slow moving or not quite ready yet to make a decision, take your time. That's okay. And intuition and guidance is not accessible to us when we're in a hurry. We need to slow down, quiet our minds, quiet our soul, so that we can receive what information is available to us. And I believe that's coming from our higher selves, our ancestors, which I really am inclined to believe are probably us as well, living different lives, maybe even simultaneously. That might be a lot to take in right now, Taurus, but some of you probably understand what I'm saying. So yeah, you have time. Sunlight is important. Getting outside is important right now. And Scorpio energy likes to go into those deep, deep waters, very deep emotions here. And that's, again, what the Queen of Cups is very much about her feelings. She has a huge cup in front of her that she is very focused on. Her feelings are very important to her. The flower here is chrysanthemum. If any of you are feeling drawn to surround yourself with flowers, you might want to choose chrysanthemums for the frequency they bring. What else here? Oh, and in relation to the Judgment card of really hearing the call to go big or go home, standing up to really shed shame, judgment of yourself, judgment from others, judgment of others, really letting that go and cleansing that, purifying that. That is going to go far for you, and that is a part of the long game. Taking the time to kind of reset in a deep way, I'm hearing. And that's going to change what's available to you and what possibilities you can see and connect with. All right, Taurus. I have a tiny little deck here called Small Pleasures, and we're going to pick one card for you, special treat today, just to see what it adds to your reading. On one side of these cards is a photo. On the other side is a word or a statement, which has something to do with the creator of this deck's version of life's small pleasures. All right, let's get one card for Taurus here. Ooh, I like it right away. Okay, I'm going to show you the image. I'm seeing a red umbrella, nighttime. Looks like a city street, and I see the light reflecting the water on the street, on that path. Right away, that's telling me, with the rain, the darkness, the water, that you've been processing some heavy, deep emotions, some dark emotions. That also is the nod to the Scorpio energy. And it might have been a long road, or it might be a bit of a ways yet before you get to a place of more comfort and ease and into the light. Let's see what it says on the back, Taurus. Midnight walks. So some of you might be inspired or called to take a walk outside at night. There is a different charge in the atmosphere, an ionic charge at nighttime that is actually very healing for joint pain, inflammation. So as long as you feel safe and comfortable, that might be a good idea. And it's also suggesting getting off the beaten path a little bit. Not everyone goes for a walk at midnight, especially in the rain. So I'm hearing as well that not being around big crowds could also be healing and beneficial for you right now, especially as you tune into your intuitive senses. When we're around large groups of people, we're swimming in everyone's energy, and it can be much more difficult to discern our own energy, to be grounded in ourselves and grounded in our intuition. So taking some breaks from large crowds is coming through for you. I hope this was helpful, Taurus. Please let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And in the description box below, there is a link to my website where you can book a personal one-on-one reading with me. I'd love to do that. Until next time, take care.